Alrighty guys, welcome. This is your host ID Jester. What we're going to do here is we're going to set up a little competition between the top 4 golfers from 2016-2017 season. And we're going to just play a nice casual round and see how it goes. Alrighty, so we want Jason Day, and we want 4 people, and we want Dustin Johnson, and we would like to have Rory Mcilroy. Mcllroy, where are you? There you are. And last but not least, Jordan Spieth. We're going to put these all on computer control. We're just going to let them fight it out. We're just going to commentate and watch. Alright, so there we go. So you can see the differences. Jason Day, distance about 8.2. Dustin Johnson, 9.4. Rory Mcilroy, about 8.7. Jordan Spieth, about 8.2. They each have different stats. Much better putter is Jason Day. Rory Mcilroy, not that good a putter. Rory's really good with his iron shots, though. Driving accuracy. You can see that Jordan Spieth, really good putter. Pretty good short game and okay distance. Mcilroy, not good with the putter or the sand. Pretty good short game, real accurate on his drives, but not super long, but pretty decent. Dustin Johnson, super long at his drives. Pretty good putter. And Jason Day, really good putter. Sand play, really good. Not so good on the accuracy, but pretty good distance. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so now we have to decide where's all my different courses. I just picked up a bunch of courses. So we got a bunch of them to play. We can do Adamore East, we can do the Atlantic Seaside, Boston Club, Cabo, Mexico, Dublin Village, La Jolla Pines, the North Club, Magnolia, Monterey, Napa Valley, Ocean Point, Old Scotland, Orlando, Pacific Beach, Palm Harbor, the Part 3 competition at the Masters, Pennsylvania Country Club, Point Verde, San Antonio, San Francisco, Springfield, Stevens Point, and Summerlin. So I think what I'm going to do is just we're just going to go we're going to go to Dublin Village, and that's fine. Pin position is let's go with pins randomly generated. There we go. Oh, and even better. We're going to play all 18 holes. We'll let everything stay the same, and we're going to download the weather. So it's 12 miles an hour. It's overcast. Typical Ohio. Temperature is 68 degrees, though. And let's go ahead and get things started here. We're going to tee off here with Jason Day. Oh, he's going to come in on that right side, but he's going to skirt that edge. Accuracy there. Well done by Jason Day. Well done. So he left himself 148 yards right at the pin. 315-yard drive. Not shabby. Let's see how Dustin Johnson, he's going to try and buckle it right over that top of the bunker, and he's going to hook it, and it's going to go in the bunker. Oh, jeez. 157 yards remaining. Only 302 on that drive. Rory Mcilroy. He's going to try and stay away from the bunker. Smart play. Get himself in the middle of the fairway. That's not a bad shot at all. Not bad at all. 159 yards. He is back quite a bit. And Jordan Spieth. This is our hole number 1. Par 4. 471. Oh, beautiful shot there by Spieth. He's going to skirt that edge and be nice and tight. Probably left himself 134 yards. Well done. So, away. Who's going to be away? It might be Dustin Johnson here. Oh, no. It's going to be Rory Mcilroy. He's going for the pin, and oh, just over the flagstick. And is he going to get it to come back? Nope. He's left himself about 15 feet left on that. Can we see? I was hoping to see the green animation, but probably not yet. Okay. Out of the bunker, Dustin Johnson, and he's going to be off the right-hand side. That's going to bounce into the thick stuff on the right side. He's got a pretty hard chip there. Jason Day, that's what I meant to say. Didn't quite get all of that one. He's a little short. It's going to leave himself about 25, 26 feet. And Spieth, up close. Let's see if he can get this one in within 20 feet. It's going to bounce up there, and he's going to be about 20 feet away. 20 and a half feet, to be exact. All right, Dustin Johnson yet on the green. He'll probably be away here. Dustin Johnson chips it up, lets it roll down the hill, and it's got some good speed on it. That's going to slow. Oh, it's going to roll. Got off of that hill, breaking down, and just broke quite a bit away. He's got 11.5 foot for his par coming back. Here's Day with his birdie opportunity. That's going to be a little hard on that shot up the hill. Left himself a little testy 6-footer on the way back. Jordan Spieth. Oh, and Spieth birdies the first hole. He's going to take our early lead in this competition. Jordan Spieth goes to 1 under. Rory can tie Spieth. Little tester, and oh, what a break there. Rory Mcilroy, nice putt. Played the break perfectly on that one. 15-foot putt is in, and he will go to 1 under. Johnson trying to save par, and he's going to, rim that one out. Jason Day for par, and he has also missed his par putt. So we're going to have two of our golfers in with birdies, and 2 in with bogeys. So this is already quite a competition here. That is the end of hole number 1. Dustin Johnson with his bogey. So it's going to be McIlroy with the birdie. He's on the tee. Wants to keep it off that right side. Got to keep it away from that right side. Oh, he's going to be only 106 yards. Let's see if these trees, I think that tree's back far enough. You can see this is, this picture was taken towards sunset. You got big shadow line here from the trees. So that might be okay. Spieth at 1 under. He's on the right-hand side as well. Oh, nearly. Not quite. Again, skirting that right-hand side. Jason Day went over. Let's see what he can do. Ooh, he hit this one beautifully down the middle. Left himself a beautiful opportunity here to get that stroke back. This is hole number 2. This is our par 4, 452 yarder. 105 yards left for Jason Day. And Dustin Johnson. And he'll be on the right-hand side, but still plenty of room on the fairway. It'll roll up there nice for Johnson. He's going to have 110 yards. So it looks like it's going to be Spieth away, and he's going to skirt that left edge and our right edge, and he'll be fine. It hits the green, but carries to the back edge, and is it going to stay on? It's going to be close. Oh, he stays on. But he left himself a 35-foot putt there for his birdie. Dustin Johnson, he'll grab himself a pitching wedge out of the bag, and oh, he's going to try and get that stroke back as he left himself just a 9-footer up the hill there. McIlroy, you could hear he had to get that out of the thick stuff, and oh, well placed by Rory. That's why he's in the top 4 for the season. Left himself 12.7 feet remaining. And last will be Jason Day. In the middle of the fairway, and he's going to come up, and oh, this is going to be close in there. A little backspin on it. It's going to check up about 10.5 foot away. He'll have a birdie opportunity. So go to Spieth first, long birdie putt. He's just hoping to get this one close. And that is well judged by Jordan. Well judged. Going to leave himself a little tap in there. Rory for his birdie. And oh, just a little bit of break at the end. He'll tap in for par. Rory in with par. Stays at 1 under. Day. And his is for birdie. And he's going to get it as that. Oh, it stays up. I thought that was going to break in. But he'll tap in for par. Johnson for birdie to get the stroke back. He's a little bit too hard on that putt. That's going to skirt around the edge. Spieth in for par. Johnson, par as well. So all of our competitors got par. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like everyone shot par on that because no scores are different. There we go. Oh, we can actually just leave that up. There we go. I like to see that. That's good. And Rory, ooh, he's going to end up just on the front edge of that fairway. 137 yards over the lake to the back right location for the pin on this one. Spieth is now up. Spieth at 1 under. Well placed just by where Day is. 133 yards. Jason Day. Down the middle once again. Very accurate on his drives. A little bit shorter than the rest, but if you can stay out of trouble, you don't need to scramble as much. So, well placed there by Jason Day. Dustin Johnson. He's going to be down there with... and he's going to be on the first cut of the fairway there. 146 yards back. He'll be first to play here. This is our hole number 3, par 4, 395 yards over the lake. Through the thick stuff, and he's going to overcook this one way over the green. That's going to be in the far backside bunker, and that's going to be in there. 11.5 yards remaining. You will have quite a bit of green to work with on the way back, so that does bode well for Dustin Johnson. But Johnson just off his game so far in the first 3 holes. Rory, this is a tough pin. You got to have the right distance on the club. He's going to use that ridge and the back edge to get him. Nope, doesn't make it that far. Thought he was going to use that ridge to have it feed back towards the hole. Jordan Spieth. That's at the flag. Backspin, nope, didn't get it. And still 16.5 foot for Spieth. And Jason Day. And this one's going to end up short, and he's got to get up that ridge, or he's going to roll back. Nope, he's going to roll back. Back down the hill for Jason Day. And we were just doing a random round between the top 4 golfers. You can actually play the golfers in this game. I just figured I would need to play like some of the not as good golfers, and I didn't want to put myself up against Jason Day or Dustin Johnson or Mcllroy or Spieth being so good and me being so bad. But I mean, the more you play the game and use the golfers, the better you get. So I could take maybe Jason Day against some of the scrubs. That would be fair. All right, Jason Day, long birdie putt here, and this one's got to get up the hill, and good pace on that putt by Jason Day. He'll tap that in. Another par for Jason, stays at 1 over. Dustin Johnson 1 over, out of the bunker, and it's going to roll up there pretty close. He'll have a little tester. That'll be a 3.5 footer. Spieth for birdie down the hill and right to left break. Not hit. Oh, it would have been in if he would have just gave it a little bit more speed on that. But going down the hill, Spieth didn't want it to run too far past, so taps in for his par. Mcllroy for birdie from the far edge, and this one's a right to left. Left to right. He left his a little short as well. 3-footer for Justin, and he'll get it. So, once again, par all the way around. We go to hole number 4, par 3, 198 yards. And this one's put in there pretty close by Mcilroy. It's going to roll a little bit to the fringe, but he will leave himself a doable 11.5-foot putt left. Spieth here, 198 yards. He's going to end up on the front edge, and that ridge will roll it back, and it does. Rolls it back down the hill into the first cut there. Day. Center of the green is a good shot on this hole. You're going to leave yourself a doable putt. That's about 9 foot for Jason Day to go back to even par. And Dustin Johnson on the tee. He's been a little wild on his tee shot so far. He's going to just find the bunker on the left. It's a deep side bunker there. Spieth first out of the fringe, and he will chip it up there. Oh, nicely done by Jordan. He'll probably tap that in. Johnson out of the bunker again, getting some good bunker play, and he's going to leave this one about 5 feet short. Dustin Johnson didn't get all that. It was hard up against the edge like that. Mcllroy for birdie, and he sees everyone hitting short, so he gave it a little bit of extra. Day for birdie, and Jason Day goes back to even par, gets that stroke back he lost on the first hole, and Jason Day is now even par. And for par, Dustin, oh, nice. Fell in just as it got to was running out of steam. It just had enough to fall in. And Jordan Spieth in for par. And McIlroy, oh, he rims that around, but it goes in. So, Payson Day back to even par. Will have honors on this hole. He's going to try and cut that edge and have it end up short of the water. It's rolling down into the water. Oh, Jason Day into the water. This is a hard hole. You're coming down here from the bottom left of the computer screen. You got to place it just in this little area. You can play back some, but it leaves just a longer second shot. So if you want to skirt the edge, you got to just a 45-yard wide fairway there to land it in, and Jason Day just overcooked it a little bit. He's going to have to drop there beside the hazard. McIlroy, he's going to play back in the fat part of the green after seeing that, but he's going to be well back as he hooks that to the left. 268 yards, and don't forget this creek runs all the way up to the green. This will be a creekside green on the left edge, and with 268 yards left, McIlroy is going to probably have to lay up. Spieth, that's what you want to do, is kind of get it in that fat part there. Well played by Jordan Spieth. Left himself a nice long iron, 219 yards. Again, you got to be precise with your distance. Although coming over here to the right side of that creekside green, if you leave it to the right and short, you have a nice angle back up at the flag. So this is a par 5, 525 yard for hole number 5 here at Dublin Village. Muirfield Village, as some people like to call it. And that one hit the tree at the corner and bounces back. So unlucky Dustin Johnson. Still can't get untracked here in this tournament. Johnson is 1 over, the only competitor 1 over, and he's been in the bunker. He's been in, he's now hit a tree. He just cannot get one to go straight for some reason. Well back is Rory Mcilroy. He's aiming for that fat part, but it's going to end up just right. Kept off of that water. You do not want to hook this one in the water, that is for sure. 33 yards away. He'll have a nice chip there. Dustin Johnson well back. He's aiming for the right edge, and that's going to once again find the thick stuff on the right side of the fairway. Wow, 83 yards back. Dustin Johnson It's almost like I'm playing Dustin Johnson. This is how bad he's playing. Spieth, and he's going to go for it, and he's going to, just over the edge of that water. But he did judge the distance right. He left himself a little chip up towards the green. He's up there in 2, by the way, so a chip and a putt for par, or for birdie. Jason Day. And Jason, nice shot there by Jason Day as it goes just to the right of the flag. It will roll backwards, but he left himself a 30-foot eagle putt. Jason Day trying to take control of this competition right here in the par 5 5th hole. Dustin Johnson way back from the thick stuff, and this one's going to get caught and dropped into the water. So he's going to have to follow the ball line and bring it back and drop. So that is going to be his 3rd shot. 4th is in the water, so he'll be hitting par on his next shot. And he's got to get this one up close. And, oh my gosh, don't tell me it fell in again. My gosh. Dustin Johnson is making a mess of this. He is now going to hit at least double bogey. And he's done it again. He's done it again, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. This is almost like you see regular golfers out there just dropping balls and hitting them in the same spot over and over and over again. Poor Dustin Johnson. Oh my goodness. He's going to re-hit this, and hopefully, he can get it over the edge and drop it in there. He's done it that time, but he is going to be sitting at shot number 9 already in this par 5. This is going to be a 2-digit number, and you do not want to see a 2-digit number on your scorecard anywhere. Mcllroy, his 3rd shot. He's going to chip it up there and let it roll down towards the pin. Nicely done by Rory. He's got himself a nice 6-foot putt for his birdie. Spieth off the green, and he's right at the flag. Rolls right over the right edge of the cup. He left himself a 5-foot birdie putt. Jason Day for birdie. Here it comes down the hill. Slow, and breaking left to right. And Jason Day will tap in for his par. Dustin Johnson, his 10th shot is in the hole, and he just takes the ball and whips it into the river. And he is not happy with that. That is his competition. Rory, for birdie, and it's around the rim. So Rory misses a short putt. Probably sees the frustration from Johnson and didn't concentrate on that little putt. Here's Spieth, and he's going to play it just right. Spieth will go to 2 under on the tournament. Jason Day for par, and he will make it. So that 5th hole might be the turning point of this tournament here, as our competitions are now Spieth in the lead at -2. Mcllroy at -1, even as Jason Day, and Dustin Johnson +6. We can actually click on any of the golf. Thought we could bring up their scorecard. Where do I go? Oh, I got to click the actual. There we are. So there's the scorecard. So that 10 on 5, really brutal. Really, really brutal. So we've had 2 bogeys and, of course, an other. They call those others when you're more than double bogey. 1 other, 2 bogeys, and 4 birdies for the top 4 golfers in the world. We're at Muirfield Village in Dublin, Ohio. 164 yards remaining. Jordan Spieth. He'll be teeing off. No, I'm sorry. It's Jason Day teeing off now. Right down the middle, Jason Day has really just done what he does so good as a golfer. He just puts it down the middle. He doesn't have to be super long. As you can see, all you have to do is be in the middle and stay out of trouble. Left himself a 142-yard shot. Rory at 1 under. In second place in our one-and-done tournament here. Spieth, well done on the right side. So Spieth at 2 under leads his competition. Left himself 154 yards. Muirfield Village, Dublin, Ohio. Dustin Johnson after that brutal 10. If you're just joining us, on the par 5, Dustin Johnson, 2 water balls, back-to-back water shots, ends up with a 10 on a par 5. Now that's something I might do, but not Dustin Johnson. So Dustin's just going to take after Jason Day and just say, you know what, maybe I will hit it in the middle. Here's Spieth, leader of the tournament, and oh, nicely done by Spieth, perfect distance. That's what you call pin high, ladies and gentlemen. Well done. Went right over, having to judge over the water, over the bunker, and trusting your instincts in your shot. Dustin Johnson, second. He's going to need some real good luck to come back. He's going to play the hill. He's going to play the slope, and that's going to be nice. It's going to come back down, and he'll end himself up about 10 feet away. Oh, I'm sorry, 6 feet away. Well done. Well placed by Dustin Johnson. If he can make a few putts, maybe he can get back into this tournament. Rory, he's going to play the same shot. He's going to use that hill to come back. He didn't get enough of the slope. He'll leave himself a 10-footer. And Jason Day. Just solid Jason Day. I'm just, going to go down the middle of the fairway. I want to put my ball in the middle of the green, and I'm going to putt, and occasionally I'll make one, but I'll just keep getting par. Par, par, par. Par, par, par. Jordan Spieth is away for birdie. Here it is, left to right breaker, and he's got it. No! Yes, he does. The crowd goes wild as Jordan Spieth is now 3 under after 6 holes. Rory Mcilroy for his birdie. And he's going to, a little bit of a left to right break right at the end. He'll tap in for his par. Mcilroy will stay at 1 under. Day to go to 1 under. Here's the putt. And he got offline. He hit that a little bit too firm on that one. He'll tap in for his par and stay at even par for the tournament. Now Dustin Johnson needs this badly. 6 over. And good putt by Dustin Johnson. Good recovery after that 10. Nothing better than getting a birdie after shooting an other on your scorecard. So you'll go back to 5 over. Welcome to our par 5 7th hole. Wide fairway. It is covered by bunkers, so you do need to be accurate on this one. Jordan Spieth at 3 under, leading this tournament by 2 strokes. Par 5, 558-yarder. Johnson birdied the last hole and trying to keep it out of the bunker and got it hung up in the thick stuff, but it does bounce back into the fairway, so that is considered a fairway in regulation. 273 though. He's going to leave himself a long second shot. Jason Day down the middle. Well, this one pushed by the wind off to the right, and he is going to end up in the first cut. No, it's actually going to roll into the thick stuff. So Jason Day, first time in the tournament, has run into a little bit of trouble. Jason Day. And Rory now trying to stay in the fairway, and he's going to get just to the left side bunker, front left side bunker, but it's going to stay in the fairway. So good shot there by Rory. And he's left himself 255 yards. Again, this is the top 4 players from the 2016-17 season. We got Rory Mcilroy, Dustin Johnson, Jordan Spieth, and Jason Day. Jason Day, even par. He's going to land it up. Smart move by Jason Day. Leave himself a nice wedge into the green. That's 91 yards, perfectly placed by Justin Day. Spieth at 3 under, leading the tournament by 2 strokes. That one's going to hook to the left, and he's going to be off into the thick stuff. He mishit it, bad contact. He did have good lie, though. You can see the actual information, the wind, directions. He was going to leave himself an 88 chip, but it's going to be hard to judge all that thick stuff, and he's on a slope as well. Dustin Johnson. Beautifully placed up there. Leaves himself a full wedge up there, 84 or 86 yards. And Rory, I thought Rory might go for it, but he was just too far back and decided to lay up as well. So 3 of them are out there in the fairway. Well done. And of course, Jordan Spieth, the leader of the tournament, having the toughest shot here. Jason Day. This one you just want to put center green and just let it stay there. But Chase Day is short on his iron again. Finds that front slope. He's going to end up back quite a bit. That's 40 feet. It's going to be a hard 2-putt up that ridge. You want to make sure you get it to the back edge on this one. Spieth. Nice recovery by our tournament leader. 15 feet for his birdie. Mcilroy, 3rd shot. Oh, right next to the flag and backspin, and then he's going to leave himself a very good 3rd shot. That is well doable. Only 7 feet remaining on that one. Dustin Johnson. Aiming for the flag, just over, cooked it. Now can he get some backspin? He does get some backspin. And that will roll back to about 15 feet. Actually, 15.1, but I was pretty close. Alrighty, so there's your scoreboard. Jason Day, even par. Dustin Johnson, 5 over. Rory Mcilroy, -1, and Spieth at -3. Again, if you're just joining us, thank you for coming on out. But, yeah, you see that big brown spot? That's what it was. Par 5. Dustin Johnson, 2 water balls back-to-back. Ends up with a 10. He's birdied after this, and if he can get another birdie, he might be back into contention here. Jason Day away, 40 foot up the slope, and he's not going to get it to the hole. Oh, wait a second. I spoke too soon. What a putt by Jason Day. I didn't think that ended any chance going up the hill, but he played that perfectly, and Jason Day goes to -1 on the tournament. He will join Mcllroy at 1 under. Jordan Spieth for birdie. Oh, just missed that one. Dustin Johnson for birdie, and he will tap in for par. Stay at 5 over. Mcllroy, he will get his birdie, and he will go to 2 under on the tournament, just 1 behind Spieth. All right, welcome to hole number 8, par 3, 187 yards. You want to get this on the back ridge. That is a big slope on the front, and the green is surrounded by bunkers and thick foliage. You want to get this one, just aim for the back edge, putt it up here, tap it in, get your par, and get out of here. Justin Day, -1. And Jason Day played it exactly as he should. Could have been a little bit closer, but as long as you're not in trouble on this whole 40-foot putt. Jordan Spieth. Going for the flag, and oh my gosh, what a shot by Spieth. He's going to end up just 1.5 or 3.5 feet. I wish they had like a little meter or something that showed you. Because sometimes they're zoomed in a little bit closer, sometimes it's a little bit farther away. Like this distance could be 3 feet, it could be 5 feet, it could be 8 feet, you know. So, anyways, 3.5 foot. What a shot by Spieth. 187 yards, leaves himself a 3-foot putt. Dustin Johnson. Yep, that's what you should do. Just like that. Leave yourself, you know, if you miss-hit it a little bit, it'll end up back on the flag, but you got a nice 30-foot putt down the hill, right at it. Jason Day, 40-foot, 4 birdie to go to 2 under, and it'll end up just short. That should have a tap in. Mcilroy, and that thick stuff will catch your club. I'm telling you. McIlroy is still 8 feet away. Justin Johnson, 37-footer, 4 birdie. Gets himself in the tournament if he can get this in. Slow and down the hill, and well judged, well judged, well judged, well judged. No! Oh, Dustin Johnson, just inches from putting that one in, and he really, really needed that one too. Rory for par. Dead center. Rory, dead center. Spieth. Ooh, almost caught that right edge and bounded past, but it did fall in for birdie. That was Jordan Spieth's birdie, and he's going to get a 4 under. Jordan Spieth now with a 2-stroke lead over Rory Mcilroy, and Jason Day with a par. So it's Spieth here, -4, leading the competition. McIlroy at 1 under, Day at 1 under, and Justin Johnson at 5 under. He's 9 strokes out of this tournament as we speak. So we're welcome to hole number 9, halfway done after this one, par 4. It's 407 yards. It's a big up the hill, down the hill. Right here is a hill. It slants down into a sunken green over here, but you do not want to leave this one short. There is water covering the front edge of this. 130 yards, which really is only about 120 because this green is low. McIlroy just wants to get himself out there, and he's going to hook this way left. It hits one tree, bounces behind another tree, and McIlroy's in trouble. McIlroy, the only competition for Spieth right now, and he is in the woods, and looks like the stewards are over there trying to find his ball. 150 yards. That's going to be a tough recovery there for Rory McIlroy. Jason Day, and he will put this in the fairway. I think he's hit every fairway besides the one so far today. 132 yards. Dustin Johnson, and he ripped and gripped it, and if he gets it down the hill, it'll be, yeah, he needed to be a little bit closer, and then it will roll down the hill, but he did get a nice roll on it, and he left himself just 110 yards. And you do have a back slope, which you can use as a backstop. Have it hit, roll up on the backstop, and then roll it back, and you should be pretty close to the center of this green and have yourself a very good birdie opportunity. So let's find out what Jason Day is going to do while he's out in the woods here. He's going to have to chip back out in the fairway. He's got no angle at the green, and he almost overcooked that. So Jason Day now with his 3rd shot coming up. I'm sorry, that was McIlroy out in the woods. Sorry, not Jason Day. Jason Day actually just put it, Mr. Solid, 30 feet, right in the middle of the green again. Here's Spieth, our leader, by 2. He's going at the pin, and another beautiful iron shot. He leaves himself just 6 feet away. Beautifully judged distance. Jordan Spieth really turned this course up today. He has been spot on since this started, this tournament. Dustin Johnson, scared of the water. Hey, he's going to get a nice roll, and put a little bit of backspin on that. And that'll be 16 feet for Dustin Johnson. And now it's McIlroy, who had to chip out. He's got to go for this pin. And whoa, that almost landed right in the cup. Backspin and oh my gosh, almost. If you saw where that landed, it hit right there. Nope, right here. Somewhere right in there. And then came up. And then, of course, the backspin. He's going to leave himself. See how I was talking about earlier? We had a little ball sitting here, and it was like 3.5 feet. Now this is 6 feet. So, I don't know. Anyways, Dave for birdie. Left to right breaker, and he's misread that putt. He's looking at his caddy there, but the caddy shrugs. He's like, I don't know. Dustin Johnson for birdie. Oh, Dustin. He'll tap in for par. Spieth for birdie. And a stranglehold. 5 under. Jordan Spieth is just running away with his competition right here. Mcilroy needs this to stay close. And he does. He'll get the par. He will stay at 2 under. And Day for par. And Day is in there. He will stay at 1 under. Leader now by 3. Jordan Spieth. 5 under par. And he's going to put that in a nice position. Nice position just on the first cut there on the fairway. 131 yards. Rory, 2 under. And he's well hit that into, it looks like the matted area, so you might not have a bad lie there. So it looks like it's been matted or dried down maybe. Jason Day. Top four tournament players from 2016-17 season. Jason Day was number 1, by the way. If you forget, Jason Day, number 1 tour player in 16-17 season. 129 left for Jason Day. Dustin Johnson rips and grips it, and he's gonna like that one. That's gonna be beautiful. That's gonna go way up there. Right down the middle. Farnley gets the one that he likes. Rips that tee out of the tee box and says, let's do this. 126 left in the middle of the fairway. Spieth from the first cut. And he's going to get that first front side ridge. And he's going to roll back. He's going to leave himself a very tough third shot. And it's still rolling back. He's going to end up a good 25 yards away. 18 yards. Jason Day from the fairway. That's Jason Day in a nutshell right there. Middle of the fairway. Go middle green and go a little bit towards the flag and just keep making putts. And that's all you do. Dustin Johnson. He needs to go at the pin, make up some strokes, but he's mishit this one. He's going to find that front false edge, and he's going to roll back. He's going to be way back there with Jordan Spieth. 16, 17 yards. Mcilroy from out of the thick stuff, and he's going to get it caught up. He does have a backside ridge, which could help roll him back in there towards the flag, and it does. He plays that well. Still going to end up with about a 40-footer, 46-foot. Mcilroy. Here's Spieth with his third, and he's mishit that. And that one is not a good shot by Jordan Spieth. He has that remaining for par as he's barely on the front first cut of the grass there. Johnson, his third shot. He got it up to the top, but again, slow green. It's going to work its way down and leave himself a tough 5.5-footer. Mcilroy for birdie. Long putt. Left to right. Left to righter. And doesn't break. Didn't give it enough steam. Jason Day for birdie. And he's got it. Jason Day ties McIlroy at 2 under. Jason Day. That's how you do it. You play golf. You play golf like Jason Day, you're in a good spot, I'm telling you. Hit the ball down the middle of the fairway. Get the ball in the middle of the green. And just making a putt. That's all you need to do is occasionally make a putt. He's now 2 under. Spieth from the fringe. Ow! Fringe. Almost was able to chip that in. Day for par. He's got it. McIlroy for par. He's in. Spieth needs this to stay at 5 under. I'm sorry, lose a stroke. He's going to drop to 4 under, and that's a big turn of the tournament right there. Jason Day now tied with McIlroy at 2 under, and Spieth just 2 strokes ahead. Beautiful drive by Jason Day. Once again, middle of the fairway. Staying out of trouble. Leave himself 236 yards. He'll probably play up here somewhere and then chip on. I don't know, 236, maybe he'll go for it. Who knows? McIlroy. Nice drive by McIlroy. He's going to get a nice roll on that one. .263 yards. Dustin Johnson. Well struck by Dustin Johnson. 254 yards. So they're all within doable range. Do have a creek on the left. Jordan Spieth on the tee box. Beautiful drive by Spieth. Beautiful. All 4 are good drives this time. Dustin Johnson 5 over. Day and McIlroy tied at second at 2 under. Spieth leads by 2, 4 under. And here we go. This is going to be hole number 11. Who's going to go for it and who's going to lay up? McIlroy up first. He decided to lay up. Puts himself in the middle of the fairway. 96 yards away. Johnson. He is also going to lay up, but it's hooking. It's hooking. Oh! That one will stay out of the water, but he's going to have a hard lie there as he's going to be standing on the side of a hill there, hitting his 3rd. Spieth up on the left himself a little bit longer shot. 94 yards. Jason Day. I mean, yeah, just where you want to be. I mean, you want to be up in this nice little top part of the green there. Then you got a little chip up there. All right, here we go. Jason Day, nice shot. 42 yards left. McIlroy, his 3rd. Got to get it to the back. Over the ridge. He does it. It's going to stay up. No! Backspin. And now it's going to fall down the ridge and go all the way to the front of the green. So Rory, unlucky there. If he didn't put backspin on that shot, he would have been beautiful. But 37 feet now. Could have been within 8 to 10 feet if it wasn't for the backspin. Spieth, his 3rd. And is he going to play it off the ridge? A little bit of backspin. That's what McIlroy wanted right there. Beautifully judged distance there by Spieth. He's going to leave himself an 8-foot birdie. Jason Day. And, oh, backspin. And just didn't get the checkup he was hoping for. But still a 10-foot birdie attempt. Again, Mr. Consistent. That's all you want to do. Johnson now with the tough 3rd. He's got to get it up the ridge, and it's going to be caught on the ridge. It's going to come all the way back to the front edge, and he's going to leave himself about a 25, 30-foot putt here. Johnson's up 32 foot. 4 birdie. Up the ridge, and he's got a chance, but it's offline. He'll have a tap-in par for McIlroy. He'll stay at 2 under. Johnson up the ridge. He got a read off of McIlroy, but it didn't help as he didn't get the right line either. Day for birdie. Day, it's in there. Just like I said, Jason Day within a shot of the lead. Now it's up to Spieth to answer. Here comes the putt. It is offline. He'll have a tap-in par, though. Whoa, almost missed it. But his lead is down to 1 as Jason Day has made a comeback. Oh my gosh, Dustin Johnson. What kind of hit was that, Dustin? I mean, for God's sake, you're like a foot and a half away and you end up over here. What are you aiming at? Oh my gosh. Dustin Johnson for bogey. He's going to fall to 6 over. It's almost like I'm playing him. Jason Day. Oh, stay up. And it does. It's in the thick stuff right in the front of the green there. Didn't get all that one. Should have a pretty easy chip, though. He's got a lot of green to work with. Mcilroy. That's the shot you want, just like that. Right there. Well judged by Mcilroy. 10 foot up the hill. Spieth. Over the water. And he's got a good distance on that one. Hits the fringe and bounces up there. He'll have 9 foot for his birdie. And Johnson with the bogey last hole. And he's got to go for nothing but pins here out. Nice checkup on the spin there. He's going to leave himself just over 7 feet. 6 over is Johnson, though. Jason Day for birdie at the fringe. Chips it up, and he'll have a tap-in par. Mcilroy for birdie, and in and out around the hole. Tap-in par, but Mcilroy disappointed. Only 9 foot. Couldn't get that one to fall, and he could have closed the gap. Spieth, time to answer. Jordan Spieth. And it's dead center. Spieth for birdie. He'll go back to 5 under. Johnson for a birdie. Johnson in there. He'll get the stroke back he lost in the last hole. And Dave for par. Let's have to wait until the next hole starts. Spieth at 5 under. Back to 5 under. Par 4, 13th. 450 yard, par 4. Let's look at the scorecards for you guys that just joining us. Dustin Johnson, a 10 on the par 5 fifth. 2 water balls for Dustin Johnson. Again, I'm not playing any of the golfers. We're just letting them play it out. See who the best golfer in 2016, 2017 was. And Mr. Reliable, Jason Day, just birdie, 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 par, 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 birdie, birdie, birdie. Spieth, though, 6 birdies and a bogey. Dustin Johnson on the tee box. Rip and grip, and now he's going to like that one. Oh, is it going to catch the edge? It is going to catch the edge. Unfortunate for Dustin. Thought that was going to break around the corner a little bit more, but he left himself a very doable. Again, there is shadows here, so the trees are actually the trees are back here by the path. These are shadows you see here. So even Jordan Spieth's shot will be fine. I don't think he has maybe this tree right here to worry about. But Dustin Johnson here has got nothing to worry about. Jason Day on the tee. Oh, he's cooked this to the right, and this is going to be trouble and it's going to find the thick stuff. Plus, he does have that little corner right there of trees to worry about. Mcilroy being on the left is where you want to be, guys. I'm not sure what they're doing. Mcilroy's aiming for the house. Holy cow! It's in the thick stuff. Bounces backwards. Mcilroy, just a couple shots out of this. He's found himself in 3rd place in the tournament now. Mcilroy, he's going to go over the trees, but he's going to end up on the front edge in front of the green. Nice recovery. He's going to need an up and down for par from 23 yards. Jason Day, his second shot, and that's cooked way left. Jason Day, and he's hit the trees to the left, past the bunkers, and that is red, which I think means it's blocked. He's going to have a recovery. He's going to have to waste a shot to recover here. Spieth going for the flag, and nicely done. Rolling back towards the hole, and this one's in. Oh my gosh! It hit the pin. Did you see that? It hit the pin and bounced out. It hit the pin and bounced out just as my phone started ringing. I'm sorry about that if you heard my phone, but for some freaking reason, the spam callers think that What a shot by Jordan Spieth. He'll have a tap-in birdie to go to 6 under and take control of this tournament as Jason Day and McIlroy are in trouble here on the par 4 13th. Dustin Johnson, and he'll be off to the left. He'll get a bounce out of the thick stuff onto the surface, so he'll be dancing. 29 feet. But now we go to Jason Day out of the woods, and he's going to get it through the trees. And he's going to leave himself a par putt from about 15 feet. No, 7 feet. Yeah, so why is this 7 feet now? Remember how before we had that big box? This is only, anyways. I just wish they had like a little meter on the box to tell you how much, how many feet is this? Just put like a little meter thing on it. But 2020 version is coming on May 5th. If you want to order now, you can get this game at the 2020 edition for $39. But if you put in the special code will get you $10 off. You can get it for $29. If you want to know this special code, well, I'll sell it to you for $10. Rory Mcilroy, 2 under. He's got to chip this up. His third shot. He's going to leave himself a doable par putt. Doable from 5 feet. Remember we had one over here that was 7 feet, one that was down here that was 6 feet. Why is this only 4 feet? I don't know. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I wish they had some kind of like a gauge here. Like maybe have a circle that shows 1 feet, 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet. Just a very light circle or something. I don't know. I'm just just suggestions. That's all. 5-foot putt anyways. Here's Dustin Johnson for birdie, right to left breaker, and he didn't give it enough. Didn't quite read the right line there. Jason Day for par. He'll get his par. Jason Day will stay at 3 under. McIlroy for birdie, and in there. I'm sorry, McIlroy, that was for par. My apologies. For par. And now it's up to Spieth, or Johnson first. And then his Spieth tap in for birdie. He does it. He's going to go to 6 under. That's going to be a 3-shot lead. We're on hole number 14. Jordan Spieth tearing this tournament up. But oh my gosh, don't tell me he's done it. He's done it. Unbelievable. He's put it in the water. Jason Day. Well, I thought this was going to be over, but it looks like Jordan Spieth is going to make things a little more interesting. Jason Day, perfect drive, just 107 yards left. McIlroy, he's going to like that. That's going to be good. That's going to be a perfect angle to the green. Just 113 yards. Well done. Dustin Johnson. Oh, he's going to hook this right badly into the trees. It's going to get hung up in the thick stuff, though, and he's going to leave himself 138 yards. Out of the woods, and he's got to get the right distance, and he's going to be on the green. Good recovery, but he's going to leave himself another long birdie putt, and that's not what he wants to see, being down by so many strokes. He's 11 shots back at +5. 52-foot putt. McIlroy from the center of the green. After the flag, and he's going to find it. He's going to find it. Well struck by McIlroy. He's going to leave himself just 7 foot. 7-foot putt for the birdie. Jason Day. Day strikes it, and he's going to like that. It's going to come off the ridge and backspin. And he's going to leave himself just about 6 feet. Oh, no, it's 7 feet too. Sorry. Spieth, the leader by 3. He's got that ridge, and if he gets that roll off the ridge, this could be good. This could be good. It could be, oh! So close for Jordan Spieth. My goodness. And he can recover and get himself a par on this. 4.5 foot left for his par. First, Johnson, 55 feet left to right for birdie. And it's gonna be well judged. He'll tap that in. Day for birdie. He's in. Jason Day goes to 4 under, putting a little bit of pressure on Jordan Spieth. Mcllroy. Oh, Mcllroy couldn't get that edge, and he'll tap in for par. So Mcllroy will stay at 2 under. Spieth for par, and done it. And Johnson for par, and it's in there. So we go to the 15th, par 5. Last chance to make a serious drive. Jason Day, though, oh my gosh, it hits the tree and bounces into the woods. Jason Day. It is a par 5, though. Spieth, the leader, by 2. And that's not what you want to see if you are Jason Day, leader in the fairway. Mcllroy needs to make a push here, late push. Well struck by Mcllroy. He's going to like that one. Leaves him through 32 to the green. He could go for that one. Johnson on the tee. 3-wood. He's out there. 282 yards there. First up will be Day, though. And oh, he went for it and got hit the tree limb. Hanging over. Hit the tree limb. Jason Day only up 10 yards, and he's going to have a tough third shot. He's going to have to recover on his third, and he's overcooked this one. It's going to the left. There's water down there. Whoa, Jason Day. And he is just 2 strokes behind the leader. Spieth is in the fairway. Dustin Johnson first, though. Johnson going for the pin. It's going to the back. It's back edge and over, but that'll be okay. No danger back there. He's got a chip and a putt for a birdie. Spieth, 237 away, going for the front side, and he's going to get stuck in that bunker. That's a Scotland bunker right there. It's deep. Mcllroy, center of the fairway. And he's going to find the bunker as well. No. Oh, he's just over the edge of the bunker. 16 yards remaining for Mcllroy. Now Day. He's going to have to chip this one up. He's already on his 4th shot. So he needs to get this in from 92 yards for par. He's probably going to lose a stroke, maybe 2. Day, 92 yards. He's got to go for pin. He's put it in there close, backspin, and just about 6 to 7 foot away. 8 foot. Spieth from the bunker. He's going to leave himself about 6 foot for birdie. Mcllroy from the front edge. Trickling down towards the hole. Trickling down the hill, and it'll stop just 3 feet short. Johnson down the slope. He's going to get a break on it, and it's coming towards the pin, and it's going to end up just wide. He'll have a tap in. Well, I shouldn't say a tap in. It is 3 feet. We know that that's not a tap in now, don't we? Day for bogey, and it's in. So he's going to lose a stroke. Jason Day goes back to 3 under. On the par 5. If you do not get par in this, it's like losing a stroke. Spieth for birdie, and this could change the tournament right here. Oh, couldn't take advantage of it, but he'll tap in for par. So he'll have a 3-stroke lead. Mcllroy for birdie, so Mcllroy is going to join Day at 3 under. Dustin Johnson for birdie, and he will go to 4 over. So this is a big change here as we had... I got to continue this. Yeah. All right, I got to continue. Then I can click this. There we go. So it's a bogey for Day and a birdie for Dustin Johnson and Mcllroy. Hole 16, par 3 over the water. Anything can happen on this hole. McIlroy just aiming center mass there and left himself an 18-footer. You don't want to fret going too close to this pin. I don't see Spieth risking that, but Dustin Johnson's going to get it in there close. That's a nice shot by Dustin Johnson. You got to 12 foot left there. Spieth got to stay away from the water on this one. Got to stay away from the water, I said. Did I just say you got to stay away from the water on this one? What are you thinking, Jordan? He's got to go all the way back to the drop area. Jason Day has got new life now, and he's going to put it in the bunker. 17.5 yards away. Spieth upset with himself, and I would be too. His third on the par 3. He should be able to get this pretty close, and he does. He's going to have a tap-in bogey. But that 3-stroke lead is going to diminish down to 2 strokes. Day for birdie. And he's going to be tap-in par for Day. McIlroy can climb within 1. He leaves it short. And Dustin Johnson for birdie. Back-to-back birdies? No, he'll miss that, but tap in for par. Day for par. It's in. Day will stay at 3 under. McIlroy for par. McIlroy stays at 3 under. Spieth, bogey, drops to 6 under. 2-shot lead with just 2 to go. McIlroy on the tee, hole 17, par 4. 478-yard par 4. You need to really get a good drive to get a chance to get a decent shot at the green. And you need to keep it to the left side. There is trees guarding the right edge. 138 left for McIlroy. Dustin Johnson driving. He'll like this one. He's going to skirt that right side bunker, but he'll be fine. Jason Day. And he's got this one going left, and he's going to hit the path and go into the first cut of the woods over there. 165 left. Spieth, the leader by 2. Down the middle, and is he going to get that bunker? Bounces over and into the bunker. Over and into the bunker. Spieth. Jason Day, he's going to have to chip out and hopefully end up not in the... Okay, he ends up in the fairway. 58 yards left. Dustin Johnson going for the flag, and it's going to be off the back edge. He can get some backspin. That'll help off the slope. Didn't quite catch that slope, and he's going to end up with a 25-footer for birdie. Spieth, his second. And if he gets it on the top edge, it should be good. But no, he's going to catch that ridge. He's going to roll all the way down the front edge. He's going to leave himself about a 45, 50-foot putt there. 41.9 actually. McIlroy from the fairway, his second. He just got caught up in that thick stuff just at the front edge. He's going to have a chip for a birdie. Day, his third. He needs to get this one close and recover. Not as well struck as the last one. He's going to leave himself a long 15-foot par putt. Spieth for birdie, 45. Right to left, and he's going to leave himself up the hill. Little downhill putt. Day for birdie. To get within 1. No. I'm sorry, that was Dustin Johnson for birdie. My bad. McIlroy to get within 1. To get within 1. To get within 1. It's so. Just off the edge. 0.7. He'll tap that in. That was to get within 1, too. Day for par. He needs this one. He needs it. Nope. Offline. It's going to be a tap-in bogey. Spieth for par, and he's in there. He'll stay at 5 under. Last hole coming up. Dustin Johnson for par. Jay for bogey. Day will drop to 2 under, and now McIlroy in second place all by himself at 3 under. 1 stroke back. I'm sorry, 2 strokes back. McIlroy on the tee, and oh my gosh, he's hooked this into the water. Into the water off the tee, and all hopes is gone now. This is hole number 18, par 4. 439-yard dog leg right, and you cannot go left. You cannot go left on this one. And Johnson, what are you doing, Johnson? Oh, he's going to get hung up at the edge, not water. It looks like he'll have to stand in the water to hit, but it doesn't look like it's in the water. Spieth, he should be aiming about a mile right on this hole. He does not want to go in the water. There, perfect drive by Jordan Spieth. 2-shot lead, and your closest competition's in the water. Jason Day trying to get second place here. He's going to try and steal second if he can get himself a birdie. Down the middle of the fairway, 151 remaining. So it looks like McIlroy will be up first. Out of the water, he's got to go. He's got to be center mass here. And is he going to catch that batch ridge? No, it's going to pounce over the ridge into the thick stuff behind the green. 23 yards left. He is. That was his third shot. He is looking at bogey or double bogey. Johnson at the skinny part in the front of the green. Must have mishit that. What happened there? 97% contact, I guess. Because that was way short. I'm not sure why he was so short. Spieth, the leader by 2. That's the tournament right there. Puts it dead center. 2 putts. 2-shot lead. He's out of there. I mean, Jordan Spieth got this one. He's high-fiving his caddy already. Jason Day trying to steal second away from McIlroy. But he's going to cook this in the bunker. So he's going to have a tough shot remaining left. Johnson. Chip. And leaves himself about 7 foot. 4 par. McIlroy from the back edge. Down the slope. And he's well overstruck it. And that is 4 par. He's looking at a double bogey 10 yards away. He needs 10.3 yards. He needs that for bogey. Jason Day trying to use that the slope as a backstop. He does. It's going to come back down. And he's going to leave himself about a 10-footer for par. Oh, no, that's only 7.2 feet. Really? That's only 7.2 feet? McIlroy for bogey. And he's going to do the same thing. Try to use the slope. But that's going to be offline as well. He's going to leave himself 8 to 10 foot. Spieth for birdie and the tournament. He'll tap in, though. That'll be a tap in, and he will end the tournament at 5 under. McIlroy for double bogey, and he's going to miss that. He's going to tap in for triple bogey on the last hole. McIlroy is going to go back to even par. So Day will win second place. This is Dustin Johnson for par, and he's in. So Dustin Johnson with 4 over. And Day for par, and he's nailed it. What a recovery by Jason Day. He'll end up at -2, 3 shots off the lead. And Spieth is your tournament winner at 5 under. He beats Jason Day by 2 strokes, McIlroy by 5. As McIlroy triple bogeys the last hole. Dustin Johnson ends up in 4th place with a +4. So your winner is Jordan Spieth. As you look at, here's your world rankings after the 2016-17 season. Jason Day was number 1. Dustin Johnson was number 2. Rory Mcilroy was number 3. And Jordan Spieth number 4. But you see, Spieth won our competition. I would say quite easily, to be honest. He had pretty much good control after he had... there we go. So he got out, after these 5, 6, 7, and 8, and got him to 5 under. I mean, he was just on fire. 5, 6, 7, 8, and he kind of just pulled away from the competition at that point. I think he planned to play even par the rest of the way, but that was, it's never easy. I say easy, but Jason Day gave it a pretty good go of it. Unfortunately, bogeyed the par 5 15th with that terrible drive. Then he hit the tree limb, so it cost him a couple strokes there. Then, of course, the bogey on 17 didn't help. So 5 birdies and 2 bogeys on his round. Dustin Johnson, the 5th hole was his killer. He was out of the competition. If he would have got just par on that, he would end up with 1 under if he would have parred that. But yeah, didn't go very well. I wonder, do we have that hole? Can we not replay it, but can we show what happened on that hole? Yeah, so here's the 5th hole. He hit a 3-wood, 259 yards into the fairway. So I think that was here. Then he hit a 9-iron, 165 yards, and ended up in the rough, which is right there. No, it wouldn't have been there. Would have been over here because he ended up in, I think, right, okay, no, he was 165 yards away. Right, he was here on his second shot. His third shot ended up going in the water. So that's why it says 0 yards to drop, because then he had to go back to the drop, and he hit it again, and it went in the water again. And he had to go drop. And then it went in the water a third time, and he had to go drop. Then he finally decided to, hey, maybe I should try something different, and he hit a lob wedge 211 feet away from the green, and then he made his par, or he made his putt. So it was a 1-putt 10. That's how bad that hole was for Dustin Johnson. And that took him out of the tournament right there. Rory, he's got no one to blame but himself on that 18th. He had a chance. All he had to do was birdie that last hole. He was only down a couple strokes. That 18th was just not good. In the water, off the tee, and then to the back edge, then all the way across the green, then back up the green, then back down the green. So he chipped it across the green. He missed his 30-foot putt by 8 feet. Then he missed his 8-foot putt, and then hold his 0.4-foot putt. Well, there you go. That is a look at Action PC Golf. This is the 2000. What version am I running? Actually, does it tell? Oh no, does it tell us what version I'm actually running? I've got the new game on order. This is April 7, 2017 version. So I've got the new one on order, 2020 edition, but it's not released until like May 5th. I think is what they're shooting for, May 5th. But you can pre-order it now on their website, and if you use a special code, you get $10 off. You can get it for $29.95. So I haven't upgraded, as you can see, in a few years. I don't ever upgrade every season, no matter what sport it is, for Action PC Golf, because they make such little changes from season to season to season. It's not worth it. So every like 2 or 3 years. So it was time for me to upgrade anyways. So I decided to pick it up. And so we will have the new version when it comes out on May, whatever day. I think it was May 5th. All right. If you haven't pre-ordered it, again, you can go to the Action PC website and you can pre-order it. And like I said, it should be there and you can see I ordered a few other things. I've got all the 2000 seasons. I've got a bunch of the courses now. So if I actually go to the schedule now, it's the St. Martin Open, the International Championship, the Summerlin Open. I have all these courses now because I didn't have them before. So I got I got Adamore East, I got Ocean Point, I got Summerlin, I got Cabo, Mexico, I got the Atlantic Seaside, the Monterey Hill. I don't know if I picked up the Honolulu because I think this one comes in the 2020 edition. I picked up San Francisco, I picked up La Jolla Pines, I picked up Scottsdale, I picked up the Pacific Beach, the Pacific Paradise, the Palm Beach, the Cabo, Mexico, the Palm Harbor Golf, the Orlando Club, and I think that's where I stopped. I have some of the others, but I don't have all of them. Like I do have, I have the Masters, I have the Pennsylvania Country Club because that was a major. I picked up the Scotland one because that's a major, and I picked up Springfield because that's a major. So I got all the ones up to the Orlando Club, and then I got all the other Master from the 2016. Because there's quite a few courses. You know, they're not super cheap. They're only like, I don't know, $8 a piece now that they're on sale. If you buy a bunch of them, you know, you get, you know, if you spend over $100, you get 20% off as well. So I bought a bunch of season files. I ended up buying the football as well because I haven't upgraded that. So I bought the football 2020. I got the golf 2020. I got the decades of the 2000s. And I bought a bunch of courses. And it was like, I don't know, $130 or whatever. It was like $200, but with the discount and the 20% off, if you order over $100 worth, it was only like $130, $140 or whatever. So, you know, it's good. I like it. So that's all that matters because I'll be probably playing it a little bit more. I know I played some golf the other day, and I've had some people. I literally had like 3 people email me, and they're like, "Hey, I'm new to your channel, and what was that golf course you were playing? Because I've never seen it." And they're like, literally all 3 people like emailed me out of the blue, and they're like, "Hey, I've never seen that before. What is that?" So I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll do another one to show people because, you know, if you're going to get it, now's the time to get it while it's on sale, right? So, I mean, anyways, we'll probably come out again. We'll do Justin Rose, Ricky Fowler, Phil Mickelson, and probably Paul Casey. We'll do maybe these 4 next. Fowler, Rose, Mickelson, and Casey. Or, you know what? Sergio Garcia, Paul Casey, Phil Mickelson, and Justin Rose would be a good combo, too. So that would be 11, 12, 13, and 14. That would be kind of interesting. Just looking to see what other combos. Jim Furyk with Zach Johnson, Kevin Campbell, and I don't know, Alex Noren. He did pretty good. He ended up 26. That's pretty good. Brooks Koepka, Charles Schwartzel, Louis Hosthaven, and J.B. Holmes might be a good combo. That would be a cool foursome right there. That's a good one. Or Brent Snedeker, Louis Hosthaven, B.J. Holmes, and Brooks Koepka. That would be a good combo as well. And you can, you can mix and match however you want. You just go to casual round, right? You just go to casual round and you say who you want to come in and play. You can say I want whoever. You can just say I'm going to play. I don't know. Give me Ian Poulter, right? And I want 4 people in this. And I'm going to go with let's see. Let's find somebody else. Adam Scott, right? And so it's up to you how you play them. I just thought having guys that were ranked pretty close together would be interesting. That's why I took the top 4. But you can do it however the heck you want. It's very open. And of course we could take guys like Nick Taylor. Never heard of Nick Taylor. And Blaine Barber, right? So they don't have to be in the top leaderboard. And I'm not sure. I think this round setup will take. I think it takes all the players you have from all the season files you have. So you can see I have the 1990 season, the 2000 to 2009 season, I have the 16-17 season, I have the top 20 of all time greats. And you can do it as you can do when you Like I can do the 2019 with the actual field. So this will be, who made so when we go to schedule, right? If we go to schedule and we go to the Champions Invitation at Cabo, Mexico, right? And I click it, I can play the event. And it asks me which course I want to use. There's all my different courses I have, right? And then you can set up all the information, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to start it, but it's, you can play the schedule out. You can just play golfers. I know other YouTubers out there have done things like just put so-and-so up against so-and-so. So here's, Greg Norman, and we can put him up against just anybody you have available. Mark Calcavecchia, or let's go to the casual round again. Can we do Greg Norman? Yep, we can do Greg Norman against Seve Ballesteros, right? Do we have him? Seve Ballesteros. There we go. So we can do Greg Norman versus Seve Ballesteros. You can do whatever you want. It's like a little golf playground, to be honest. But I mean, if you wanted to actually play the actual 2004 season, right, and you wanted to control certain players, you can say, you know what, I want to control Tiger Woods whenever he's on the golf course, and see how well you can do. It does take a little bit of time to get used to, judging distance and wind direction, hooking and slicing and punch downs and chipping and putting, and all that takes time, and but it's fun to do. So if you're into golf, here's your preferences. If you want to see what the preferences, you can actually put it on like a swing meter, where you click the button and then it swings back, and you click it again, then it swings forward. I don't know how hard you shoot it. I think that's just too hard. The game's already hard, but I'm probably not going to do any of that other stuff until I get the 2020 edition. The 2020 edition is supposed to have super high-res photos, and it's supposed to, like I said, this is 2017 edition, right? So you've got upgrades from the 2018 edition, the 2019 edition, and the 2020 edition. So for me, it's going to be a big upgrade. For what you see here, it's going to be a big update. Right? If you own the 2019 season, it might only be a little upgrade for you. But for me, it'll be a big upgrade. So we'll get it when it comes out, and we'll check it out. All right, that's it for today. For now, I'm out of here.